Have you ever walked into a room and thought, I wish I could be the most interesting person here? Well, guess what? You absolutely can, and you don't need to pull off any wild stunts to get there. Today, I'm excited to share 7 super simple ways to make your life a lot more thrilling. Imagine this. You step into a party, and suddenly heads turn. People are curious, leaning in closer to hear your stories. You become the center of attention, the one everyone wants to chat with. Sounds amazing, right? Are you ready to learn how to boost your charm and turn ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences? Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to becoming the captivating person you were always meant to be. Number 1, try a new hobby. Can you really find yourself by sucking at new things? Let's get real for a moment. You've probably heard the classic try a new hobby advice 1,000 times, and yeah, it sounds cliché, right? But here's the truth that no one talks about. Trying something new can be downright awkward, and sometimes it's embarrassingly bad. Trust me, I've been there. I once thought I could bake a cake. Spoiler alert, it looked like a 5-year-old's finger painting project. Skateboarding? Let's just say I got to know the pavement better than the board. And don't even get me started on the time I convinced myself I could master the guitar in a week. My neighbors still haven't forgiven me for that noise. Here's the part that might surprise you. Failing is the point. Yep, you heard that right. We live in a world that's obsessed with showing perfection. Instagram is flooded with highlight reels where everyone looks flawless. But real life, it's about those messy, chaotic moments in between. Trying a new hobby isn't about being great at it. It's about giving yourself permission to be terrible at something. And honestly, that's where the magic happens. There's a kind of bravery in letting yourself be a beginner, and with that comes real growth. When was the last time you let yourself be bad at something and laughed your way through it? When you finally make even the tiniest progress, that sense of accomplishment feels incredible. It's not about being the best. It's about the journey, the laughs, the faceplants, and yes, all the fails along the way. So, here's a challenge. Try something you've always wanted to do but never had the guts to start. You're not just going to suck at it, you'll definitely suck at it. But that's what makes it exciting. Who knows? You might even uncover a hidden passion along the way. See, trying new hobbies isn't about passing the time or ticking off boxes. It's about learning to embrace failure, getting comfortable with the unknown, and realizing that the best parts of life happen when you step outside your comfort zone. So, go ahead, take that leap into something weird, funny, or totally out of character. Worst case, you end up with a story that'll make everyone laugh. Best case, you find something that adds a whole new spark to your life. Because at the end of the day, life's too short to stick to only what you're good at. Be bold, be awkward, be willing to fail. That's what makes life thrilling, the messy, unpredictable, beautiful moments in between. Number 2, say yes more often. Why does saying yes feel both exciting and terrifying? Let's talk about one of those pieces of advice everyone loves to throw around. Just say yes more often. Sounds simple enough, right? But if we're being honest, the idea of saying yes to everything can feel a bit overrated, maybe even a little controversial. I mean, are we really supposed to say yes to everything? What if someone invites you to a karaoke night and you know for a fact you can't sing, or to a last-minute camping trip when your idea of roughing it involves missing out on hotel Wi-Fi? I get it. Been there. Once a friend asked if I wanted to join a hiking trip. Now, I'm not exactly what you'd call outdoorsy, but I thought, why not? Let's live a little, right? Fast forward to me, wheezing up a mountain, swatting mosquitoes, and questioning all my life decisions. Spoiler alert, I did not look like one of those cool Instagram hikers. Here's the raw truth. Saying yes isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it's awkward, messy, and even a little painful, but that's the point. When you say yes more often, you're not just agreeing to plans. You're agreeing to step into the unknown, and that can be terrifying, especially if, like me, you love your comfort zone. But here's the deeper lesson I've learned. Saying yes is a form of trust. It's trusting that you'll figure things out, that you can handle whatever comes your way, and that even the weirdest, most challenging experiences will teach you something. Saying yes doesn't mean every moment will be enjoyable, but it does mean you're open to growth, and that's where the magic happens. I remember another time I said yes to a spontaneous road trip with friends. I had all the excuses lined up. I don't have time. I don't know where we're going. I don't even have a plan. But I said yes anyway. And you know what? It turned into one of the best weekends of my life. We got lost, played goofy road trip games and laughed until we cried. No plan, no agenda, just pure spontaneous fun. That's the beauty of saying yes. It can lead to the most unforgettable, unexpected adventures. But here's the catch. You don't have to say yes to everything. Let's be real. Saying yes to everything can leave you overwhelmed, overworked, and maybe even wondering how you ended up at a karaoke night trying to sing again. It's about saying yes to the right things, the ones that push you a little out of your comfort zone, make you nervous, or sound like they could lead to a great story. Look, life is full of moments where our instinct is to say no. No, I don't have time. No, I'm not into that. No, I'm perfectly fine right where I am, thank you. But here's the thing. Comfort is the enemy of excitement. The more you say yes, the more you open yourself up to new experiences, meeting new people, or, at the very least, getting a hilarious story out of it. My life? It's not filled with perfect yes moments. It's full of awkward, random, sometimes really weird yeses. But those yeses are what keep life exciting. So here's my challenge for you. Say yes to something this week that scares you, even just a little. Something new, something random, something fun. And who knows, you might end up with a story you'll be telling for years. If you've had a crazy yes moment, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And hey, if this video resonated with you, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more ways to bring a little more excitement into your life. Number 3, stay informed, but stay authentic. All right, let's dive into the idea of staying on top of cool trends. You know, the whole keeping up with the latest fashion, pop culture, or tech thing? It sounds fun, right? But let's be real for a second. Is keeping up with trends as important as we're led to believe? Or is it just a never-ending cycle that pulls us in, leaving us chasing trends instead of discovering who we really are? I've definitely had my fair share of trend-following fails. Take skinny jeans and oversized flannel, for example. I thought I was pulling off the ultimate hipster look, but in reality, I looked more like a lost lumberjack. And don't even get me started on my attempt at a viral TikTok dance. The only thing I succeeded in was pulling a muscle. But here's the thing, staying informed about trends isn't about jumping on every bandwagon. It's about being aware of what's out there and choosing what truly resonates with you. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. You don't need to follow every trend to stay relevant. In fact, sometimes trying to keep up can make you feel more disconnected than ever. Anyone else completely baffled by the Crocs comeback, or is that just me? Here's the deeper truth. Staying informed isn't about blindly following what's cool. It's about keeping a pulse on the world around you while still staying true to yourself. Trends are fun. They reflect our culture, our creativity, and sometimes even our struggles. But you don't have to participate in every trend to be interesting. In fact, knowing when to pass on one can make you even more authentic. Think about it. Trends come and go. What's cool today is tomorrow's cringe. Remember when baggy jeans were the thing, then suddenly skinny jeans took over? Or when planking turned into dabbing, And now, who even knows? Keeping up can feel like an endless treadmill, and honestly, where's the fun in that? Take it from me, back in high school, I jumped on the bleach-tipped hair trend. Yup, frozen tips were the thing, and I thought if I didn't do it, I'd be left behind. I rocked those tips for about a week before reality set in, and the pictures, yeah, they're still out there haunting me. Here's the lesson: just because something's trendy doesn't mean it's for you. Trends should inspire you, not define you. It's all about picking the ones that make you feel more like yourself, not like everyone else. But don't get me wrong, staying informed is still important. Whether it's pop culture, fashion, or the latest tech, knowing what's happening in the world keeps you connected and engaged. It's about curiosity. When you know what's trending, you can have better conversations, connect with more people, and sometimes discover something that genuinely excites you. I'm not into every viral video that pops up, but I love keeping up with emerging tech. From AI to space exploration, the way technology is shaping our future is fascinating. Some trends are absolutely worth diving into. So here's the deeper message. Trends come and go, but authenticity lasts. It's cool to know what's popular, whether it's the latest sneaker drop, a viral meme, or the newest gadget. But at the end of the day, the goal isn't to be trendy, it's to be you. Staying informed about trends gives you options, but being true to yourself gives you substance. And trust me, substance will always outshine the trend of the moment. So should you stay informed? Absolutely, but do it for you, not for anyone else. Pick the trends that excite, inspire, or spark curiosity in you, and ditch the ones that don't. Trends are supposed to be fun, not stressful. So next time you're scrolling through your feed, remember, you're the trendsetter in your own life. If you've ever fallen for a crazy trend, I want to hear about it. Drop your trend disaster or success story in the comments below. And hey, if this video hits home, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with a friend who's always chasing the next big thing. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay you. Number 4. Discover the magic of fun facts. Okay, let's talk about one of my absolute favorite things, fun facts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this the kind of thing your quirky uncle does at Thanksgiving, randomly dropping knowledge bombs like, did you know sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins? Or octopuses have 3 hearts? But hang with me for a second, because fun facts are more than just random trivia. They're conversational gold. Sure, not everyone sees the value in them. I get it. Picture this. You're at a party, and everyone's chatting about the latest movie or reality show, and then I, being the nerd I am, jump in with, did you know honey never spoils? Archaeologists found pots of it in ancient Egyptian tombs. Cue the crickets, complete silence. People stare at me like, why do you even know that? But here's the thing. Not everyone appreciates fun facts, and that's totally okay. Some people think they're useless, but they're missing the point. Fun facts aren't just trivia. They're little nuggets of curiosity that remind us the world is full of surprises. And randomness? That's part of life. Not everything has to be deep or serious. Sometimes the best moments are the ones that make you pause and say, wait, what? Is that even true? Learning fun facts keeps your curiosity alive. And that's what makes life exciting. It's those quirky bits of knowledge about space, animals, food, or even history that give you an edge. No, I'm not saying that spouting fun facts will make you the life of the party every time, but they will help. They give you this sense of wonder, a spark that most people lose as they grow up. Let's face it, we get so bogged down by work, responsibilities, and the daily grind that we forget just how fascinating the world really is. Here's the deeper truth. Fun facts remind us that life is more than just routines and deadlines. They show us that even in the smallest, most random things, there's something amazing to discover. They keep us engaged with the world around us, keeping our sense of wonder intact. And the best part, you can learn them from anywhere: YouTube videos, documentaries, books, or even just by listening to someone who knows something you don't. Now, I'm not saying everyone's going to love it when you drop a fact like, "Did you know bananas are technically berries but strawberries aren't?" Sure, some might roll their eyes, but I guarantee they'll remember it later and probably share it with someone else. That's the beauty of fun facts. They're contagious. They spread curiosity and make the world just a little more exciting, one quirky fact at a time. So, here's my challenge for you. Next time you learn a weird, interesting, or completely random fact, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. You might just spark someone else's curiosity and make the day a little brighter. And hey, if you've got a favorite fun fact, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more ways to keep life interesting. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Number 5, build a personal bucket list. Okay, let's get real for a second. Bucket lists can sound so cliché, right? Everyone talks about making one, ticking off their goals, and living their best life. But let's stir the pot a bit. Are bucket lists actually a good thing, or just another way to stress us out by reminding us of everything we haven't done yet? I'll be honest with you, I've had a love-hate relationship with bucket lists. Some days I'm like, yes, I'm going to skydive, visit all 7 continents and swim with dolphins. And other days I'm overwhelmed thinking, do I really need to complete this laundry list of epic experiences to feel fulfilled? Here's the problem. We live in a world that makes us feel like every single experience needs to be Instagram-worthy, or it doesn't count. Skydive, better post it. Eating sushi in Tokyo, it has to be on your feed. Suddenly, instead of enjoying life, we're performing it. We're not just living for ourselves, but for the likes and comments, and honestly, that's exhausting. But here's where I've landed. A bucket list isn't about checking boxes or living someone else's idea of a perfect life. It's about you. It's about creating a list of experiences that make your soul light up, not just the ones that look good on paper or on your Instagram feed. Let me share a personal story. I once traveled all the way to see the Northern Lights, something that had been on my bucket list forever. And guess what? The sky was cloudy, the lights never showed up, and it was just freezing cold and pitch black. At first I was crushed. This was supposed to be my big bucket list moment. But something amazing happened. My friends and I ended up at a tiny local bar, met some incredible people, and shared stories that made the trip unforgettable. That night, I realized something huge. A bucket list isn't about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about the unexpected moments, the connections, and the joy that happens when things don't go as planned. Building a personal bucket list isn't about ticking off experiences like a to-do list. It's about staying curious, keeping that sense of wonder alive, and dreaming big, not because you have to, but because you want to. It reminds you that life is full of possibilities, both big and small. Whether it's something monumental, like traveling to a far-off place, or something simple, like learning how to cook your favorite meal from scratch, your bucket list should be filled with experiences that truly enrich your life. Here's the deeper message. Your bucket list is yours, and only yours. Don't let society or social media dictate what you should or shouldn't do with your time. Your life is unique, and so is your list. The magic of a bucket list is that it helps you live with intention. It's not just about doing things for the sake of doing them. It's about chasing the experiences that align with who you are and who you want to become. So, if you haven't started a bucket list yet, it's never too late. Write down your dreams, big or small, and begin chasing the ones that speak to you. And if you're feeling brave, share your list in the comments below. I'd love to hear what's on it. And hey, if this video inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep building the life we dream of, one bucket list item at a time. Number 6. Share your passions. All right, let's jump into one of the easiest ways to add excitement to your life: sharing your passions. Sounds simple, right? Just tell people what you love, and boom, instant excitement, instant connection. But in reality, sharing what lights you up can feel super vulnerable. Sometimes people just don't get it. And here's the kicker: that's okay. The thing no one tells you is that not everyone will care about your passion, and that doesn't make it any less awesome. People are different. Some will vibe with your love for obscure indie films or your obsession with crafting the perfect sourdough, while others, they might not be into it. And guess what? That's totally fine. What really matters is that you care about it. Passion is magnetic. It's like a filter. The more you share, the more you attract people who do get it, and those are the people you really want to connect with. Take me, for example. I'm a total nerd when it comes to vintage cameras. I get super hyped about talking about film types, shutter speeds, and photography history. Is everyone I meet going to care about that? Absolutely not. But the ones who do, those are my people. And that's the beauty of sharing your passions. It helps you find your tribe. Here's another thing: your passion can spark curiosity in others. I've had friends who couldn't care less about photography at first, but after seeing how excited I got, they were like, "Okay, show me how this works." Fast forward a few months, and now they're sending me photos asking for tips. That's the power of sharing what you love. But real talk, not everyone is going to clap for you when you share your passion. Some people might find it boring and others might not get it at all. That's okay too. Your passion doesn't need anyone else's validation. What matters is that it lights you up. The more you embrace that, the more confident you'll feel sharing it. You never know who you'll inspire, who you'll connect with, or what doors might open just because you decided to talk about what excites you. Here's a personal story. I used to keep my love for writing under wraps because I thought no one would care. But once I started sharing my work, I found a whole community of people who were just as into it as I was. It's crazy how much can happen when you let your passion show. So here's my challenge for you. What's your passion? What's the thing that makes you feel alive that you could talk about for hours? Share it. Whether it's painting miniatures, gardening, writing poetry, or collecting rare coins, the world needs more people who are passionate and alive, no matter how niche or weird your thing might seem. Remember, becoming a more exciting person isn't about being flashy or doing the next big thing. It's about embracing who you are, living authentically, and sharing that energy with the world. And hey, if you liked this video and want more tips, tricks, and life hacks for leveling up your life, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content. Number 7. Be spontaneous. Let's talk about one of the most underrated ways to make your life more exciting: being spontaneous. I know, it sounds like the kind of advice you hear all the time, but hear me out. Spontaneity is the ultimate key to breaking out of your comfort zone, shaking up your routine, and injecting a little adventure into everyday life. But here's the kicker: spontaneity isn't always glamorous or picture perfect, and that's what makes it so thrilling. The truth is, life is unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, things don't always go the way we expect. And sometimes, the most exciting and memorable experiences come from those random, unplanned moments that catch us by surprise. Like that one time I decided on a whim to go on a late-night road trip with friends. We had no plan, no destination, just a tank full of gas and some old-school tunes. What started as a random idea turned into one of the best nights of my life, filled with belly laughs, unexpected adventures, and memories I'll never forget. Spontaneity isn't about throwing caution to the wind and saying yes to everything. It's about recognizing when an opportunity for excitement is right in front of you and choosing to embrace it. It could be something small, like deciding to explore a new cafe you've never been to, or something big, like hopping on a last-minute weekend getaway. It's about going with the flow and letting yourself get swept up in the moment without overthinking. Sure, being spontaneous doesn't always lead to perfect Instagram-worthy moments. Sometimes you'll end up getting lost, or plans will fall apart. But here's the thing. Even when things don't go as planned, you walk away with a story to tell, a new experience under your belt, and the knowledge that you've lived a little more freely. Here's my challenge for you. Be spontaneous this week. Say yes to something unexpected, try something out of the blue, or just let go of your routine for a bit. Whether it turns out to be an epic adventure or just a hilarious story, it's guaranteed to make your life a little more exciting. And hey, if this video resonated with you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share your spontaneous moments in the comments below. Let's keep the adventure go.